Why do I insist on drinking tea when it's hot? Because I'm cool. I don't really know how to start this video, just like we don't know what to do every day. And speaking of every day's been difficult. Because we are all living in a state called isolation or quarantine or social distancing, whatever. But the point is, because of this pandemic, we're all cooped up inside walls. So actually, I know a lot of people are experiencing depression or anxiety because of things that are happening around us. And if you live in the Philippines, you know that things have been so crazy during the past few weeks. And so I thought it would be good if I could share to you guys the things I've been doing during quarantine that are helping me cope. And these are based on some commonly known tips from psychologists, so you can Google them yourself. But more importantly, these are based on my personal experience, my own unique individual experience. So it's important for you to take everything with a grain of salt, especially when you're listening to advice from some stranger on the internet. Definitely find out what's best for you. So here are some things you can do during quarantine that could help you cope. And the first thing on this list is something that we all know we should do, but very few of us actually do it. And it's called fixing your body clock. Yes, you heard it. Now we all know that in order to be healthier, we have to actually take care of our body clock. We have to make sleep a priority. But the problem is, some people take it for granted. And a lot of people actually romanticize the fact that they sleep at this ungodly hour in the morning. I was also actually one of those people who sleep at that hour, but really think about it. Does it really improve your life? A lot of us, we sleep late and then we wake up very late in the morning, like it's not even morning anymore, like 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. And we feel depressed, we feel horrible, we feel terrible, we feel like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. But I also know that it's very hard to actually fix your body clock because one, we have a lot of freedom, we have a lot of time on our hands. Some of us, we don't even have to wake up for anything the next day. And also number two, I know it's hard to sleep because a lot of people are actually experiencing insomnia or anxiety and they're constantly worrying about the future. And I get that because I'm also one of those people. Here's a tip that's very useful, and that's do it gradually. For example, right now you sleep at 4 a.m. Try sleeping at, I don't know, 3:30. 3:30. The point is, do it gradually. Like sleep 15 minutes earlier or 30 minutes earlier, whatever works for you. And for me personally, it took a long time, like maybe a month of trying, but I just didn't give up. And when I successfully fixed my body clock, the benefits to it are really more than the benefits to, if there are any benefits actually, to sleeping very late at night. Generally, I've been happier, I've been less anxious. I still worry and I'm still anxious, but it's better now than before. Which leads me to number two, and the second thing that I do during quarantine, and that's structure your day. Once you have a regular sleep schedule and regular wake-up schedule, it's much easier to structure your day. And what this means is beginning each day with a purpose. I like this fact about Benjamin Franklin, which I learned. I didn't learn this on YouTube. Like, trust me, I didn't see this on any YouTube video whatsoever. One thing that Benjamin Franklin does every day is ask himself, what good shall I do today? And that's really great because you're making yourself aware that there's something you need to do or you want to do each day. Structuring your day also involves having a schedule. But if you're not someone who likes timetables, like strict timetables, like you do this from 8 to 10 or whatever, you can think of it in terms of morning, afternoon, and evening. Like, what do I want to do in the morning? What do I want to do in the afternoon? What do I want to do in the evening? And that's something that really helped me structure my day, is thinking of it in terms of morning, afternoon, and evening. And the next thing on this list is learn something. Learning is great because it keeps us motivated. Research actually shows that learning something you're interested in is a better way to de-stress than relaxing. For me, what really works is taking 1 hour a day to read something that I like. In this case, I've actually been reading books on business, like these 2 books here. It doesn't have to be a book, and it doesn't have to be 1 hour a day. You can just do like 30 minutes. Maybe you can read up on something like an article, or you can search a YouTube video on how to do something that you want to learn, like Photoshop or editing or really anything. And you'll soon find that because you're learning something new, it actually makes living more worthwhile. Number 4, rediscover your interests. Think of things that you just didn't have time for but you're really interested in. Maybe that's writing or music or film. The point here is we have a lot of time now. And a good way to use that time is to actually think of something that you've always wanted to do, or something that you've been doing before, but because of your schedule, you just weren't able to do it anymore, but now you have a lot of time. So what's that something that you like? Right now I'm writing prose, and I usually write poetry and songs because that's kind of like my job. But I've always been interested in prose, so right now I'm trying to rediscover my interest in writing prose. That could be like an essay or a short story or whatever, but that has been helping me a lot. And last tip, number 5, is just chill. What is chilling? Chilling is also being kind to yourself. A lot of things on this list, like there's 5 of it, or 4 of it, not including this one. It could be overwhelming trying to build a lot of habits at once. I just really recommend building one habit at a time. You don't have to do everything now. You don't have to build all these habits right now. You don't have to be perfect right now. Just take one step at a time and learn to forgive yourself if you make a mistake. For me, I started with fixing my body clock, and again, that took a long time for me to fix. But I just started with one thing, that one, fixing my body clock and making it a goal. And also chilling involves just doing whatever and taking some time to be unproductive, because really productivity is a good thing, but it's not the goal. It's just a means to an end, and you don't have to be the most productive person in order to live a fulfilled life. That's what I think. And again, these are just tips that are based on my own experience, so find out what works for you. If you like these things, then try it. If you don't, then feel free to throw it away. Because again, I'm just a guy on the internet. This quarantine has been difficult for a lot of people, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, like every aspect of our lives, it has been affected by this quarantine. So it's important that we continue to be vigilant, not just towards the news, that's important, being aware of what's happening right now, but also it's important to be vigilant towards your own well-being and actually take active steps to take care of yourself. How about you guys? How are you guys coping? Are there some tips that you can share with us? Or how has your journey been trying to fix your body clock or whatever? Just let me know down in the comments below. Do I have to do this? That's it, really. So I think I'll take this off now because the video is done. Ugh! Why did I do that?